Hello? Hello? Baby girl, can you hear me? If you can hear me, send me like 1,000 hearts. What's up, Emily? Oh, yeah, there it is. Okay. Hello, Pebbley. I am getting online and I am messing around with this TikTok live so I can learn a little bit about it. Um, so I just wanted to jump on and say hello and mess with this little thing here. Forgive the. This is my office slash laundry room. This is where I do most of my work. Subscription. I am just moving along here, guys. Let's see, who do I have here? Baby boy Teddy joined. Baby boy Teddy joined. Hi, baby boy Teddy. How are you doing tonight? Let's see. Anyway, so let's see here. I was trying to just move on here and see how things work here. There's just so much on this little page, man. It's like a lot to take in. Keep them coming, keep them coming. Okay, don't keep them coming too long because you gotta go to bed, girlfriend, and so do I. So I'm not gonna be on this live too long. Oh, hope everybody's doing well tonight. Um, Sorry guys, not trying to ignore you. I'm just trying to get a feel of the live event here. It's like a lot going on. When I usually do my other when I do lives on the other platform, it seems like it's so just laid back. So anyway, oh okay. I think what they're trying to do up there on the top is give me like a comparison, like you are not doing so well, and look, the other ones are. But that's okay because um I have learned up to now that you have to do things whether you're afraid to do them. Um, you got to learn to just do them. Uh, so there's this saying that I have learned along my journey, changing things up in my life. Do things and do them bad, do them ugly, but just do them. I think the hardest part of this is kind of just, seems like I'm talking to myself here. Joined the live. Do a shirt invite you. Who is this? Thank you, baby, for sharing Mama's live. You are the best. Hi, Ruben. Good evening, sir. Hope you're doing well. Shep! Shep. I hope that's you, Shep. J22. How are you? Thank you for joining, guys. I'm just jumping on. I was saying that I was jumping on, just trying to learn and get the feel of TikTok Live. I want to be able to come on and learn how to use it, monetize it, obviously. But I don't know how to do that. And I was just saying just a few minutes ago that when huh? When you get on and you don't want to do something, whether you're afraid to do it, to get on and do it bad, do it ugly, but just do it. Because the more you do it, the more you overcome your fears, right? Um, I was, I don't know if you guys are able to see it on here or not, but uh, the reason why I come online in any platform is because I want to be able to share about my experiences, share about things that I've learned along the way. Just to give you background of myself, I have 8 kids, and they range from 27, 28, all the way to 6. And I am married, and I have been with my husband for 25, 25 years. Um, no, sorry. We've been married 20 years, but we've been together for 25 years. So, anyway, we have experienced a lot in life. We have a painting business. Excuse me, we have a painting business here locally that we run together. And probably 2 years ago, almost 2 years ago, I got into looking for different ways to make money, make money online. And there, I got into just looking at a lot of different things. I didn't go deep into any of those things, just kind of just like, yay, nice job. Thank you, baby. She says, you have 1,000 likes. Woo, woo. Anyway, um, I was saying that I didn't get into real deep into like Amazon or drop shipping. Kind of just rode the wave and checked things out. Um, but I did get into what's called affiliate marketing about 2 years ago. And basically, affiliate marketing, what it is, uh, excuse me, if you have products, and a lot of times we do this and don't even get paid for sending Nike customers, right? Or, but like, let's say you have new pair of kicks, and you're like, hey, your friends are like, hey, where'd you get those shoes at? Oh yeah, I got them from, I don't know, Finish Line or wherever. I got them online through Amazon or whatever, and so they go and they look up the shoes. Well, Amazon just got some money, but you didn't, right? And so that's basically how affiliate marketing works. And so, as I started learning at first, when I first started learning, I kind of like what I used to do, or how I even how I got exposed to it is that I would sit online and or sit on my phone and I would scroll and I would see people talking about how they made um like $10,000 in an hour or $500 in like a day, and I was like, y'all are crazy, and nobody earning that kind of money. And I was like, the first thing that my head went through was scams, right? And then but as you can tell by now, like if you get online and you look up, you're looking for something like a back scratcher, or you search up some subject or something. Well, the next time that you get online to start scrolling again, your phone automatically starts to suggest, like, oh yeah, you just looked at the back scratcher. Well, look at this back scratcher, or so they basically study us. Whatever you type into your phone, if you're looking for something, uh, that's why it's it pops up the next time. It's because they're already studying you, and that's why they know. That's why you have the for you page, and every platform does that. They study you, and they're like, hey, you know, check this out, check this out. And so that's how I started to learn more and more about it. And so I started to see uh, these the videos talking about, well, learn this, learn, get earn $1,000 a day, blah blah blah. So then I finally decided, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and um, click on one, and sure enough, so I think I did like two or three different times. Well, basically, I ended up with the same person. Hello, Yvette. Thanks for joining. Um, so basically, I ended up seeing this particular person, like those three people that I ended up clicking on their stuff. Um, Hi, Calvin. Thanks for joining. Halia Davidson, thanks for joining. Gwen, thanks for joining, guys. Just talking about my journey here. Anyway, so I've seen this gentleman like three different times. So then I was just like, okay. So I ended up clicking, and then I came across his stuff. Took bought his little challenge. I think it was like I know it was under $10 for sure. The challenge, and I believe it was 15 days. So that's where I started. But because I'm a know-it-all, not just kidding, I don't know it all. Anyway, but when I went through his 15-day challenge, I was just like, oh man, um, I got I got introduced to his a high ticket course. Well, when I first started, a high ticket course was like scared me. I was like, oh snap, I'm not paying, $1,000 or $2,500 or 3,000 or 5,000 to learn this stuff when I have. It's called a YT University. I don't know if we can say that here or not, but I thought for sure I have YT University and I can just figure it out on my own. There, which was the worst mistake I could have done, because I have been in this scenery or this, I've been here for almost 2 years, but I see things way different now. And you're probably like, why are you still there? Like, you know, because I didn't take the course right away, I was like introduced to preliminary information over and over and over and over. And I was like just stuck. I spent so much time, trying to search up how to do this and make it take off, when the people that, you go to YouTube and they're like affiliate marketing, how to start affiliate marketing, do this, affiliate marketing here. Like you see all these, but they are not going to give you the depth of the information that you need. So that's why I was like, oh, dang it. So anyway, I'm kind of just a stubborn person anyway. And so I was like, oh, I'm still not going to pay that kind of money to go learn. And so I bought into like really like a low ticket, like not, I don't want to say it was a course, but, I bought into like this low ticket, and I started to learn little by little. But like what I was saying was, if you go through some of my other lives, like, I started learning that, like, mm, like how to, you know, teach people about me, more so me, more than my products. But as I was saying is, when I first started in this, I didn't give it my all. Uh, because I have a painting business, and my painting business back then was just like, hi, it was producing money. So I wasn't like hurting to follow through. And so, that's why it took me so long, because I wasn't like consistent every day working on this until like, oh, I want to say November, November, like November, December, while my painting company slowed down. And, like, I don't know if other people out there like seasonal workers or not, but in the time that we have a lot of work, my husband and I end up putting money away, and but it's not like like a lot that we get to put away, right? For a rainy day. But we end up putting some money away. And then, so I think by January, we had already ran through everything, like all our savings. So then, I started to have to pull loans and use our credit cards to kind of keep us afloat. And, we started to get working and stuff, but it wasn't as much as we were seeing, where we were making, um, we almost went like half of what our income was. And so like that was you know, a blow, like a hard hit. So anyway, hey young boy, thanks for joining. Um anyway, so that's why I was saying that, like, I think it was March. In March we ended up having to, I was just like, all right, like I have to like look for some stuff to sell. We had dirt bikes, we had four-wheelers, We had my husband's truck, his like baby forever. We had that. We had to get rid of like, oh, and then one of my customers, I at the end of the year, he gave me these really nice couches. He says he had paid $5,000 for these couches, right? And I was like, so I put them up on the marketplace for like 900, 800 bucks or something, and nothing. We just, I put them up and they were not taking any hits. So anyway, that's basically what happened. Because the credit cards and the loans were like coming due. I was like, dang. Um, and then to boot, I had put, with the loans that I took out, I ended up taking some loans out so I can put some money towards back into our painting company for marketing. Because we've been in business since 2005. Never have I ever had to um, do any marketing for us. We had always been word of mouth. So here somebody's telling me about marketing, and I'm like, I don't need marketing. We've done well, on our own, just word of mouth. And so that's what happened. Like, because I took these loans out, and then we were living on our credit cards, like, and then our income being slashed to almost half. I was like, what the heck? Like, what more can I do? And if you guys you don't know much about me, but I'm a believer in God, and a believer in Jesus Christ. And so for everything, I'm like, okay, God, I really need some money, God. I really need some money. And then I started to learn, like, it's not about money. God's not going to make money come out of heaven for you, you know. So in my journey in affiliate marketing now, I'm like, whoa, I'm so grateful for what I've learned in affiliate marketing, because here is where I've learned more about God and how how it pertains to us. Like, kind of just a shortcut backstory of myself is that um I went to church for a very, very long time, like 12 or 14 years. And what I learned about God there is completely different about what I know about God now. Back then now I know it was more like a religious background, versus now, like, having a relationship with God is totally different. But that started to come more alive to me here when I started learning about affiliate marketing. And the reason why was because um, people talk about manifesting stuff and speaking stuff into existence, which you can't really speak things into existence, because, like, if you could speak things to existence, I would be like, I speak $1 million right now, and it's not happening. It's not happening, right? So, hi, Juan Carlos. It's not happening. So, like, that was something that I had to like get off my radar. This is not how it works. But what I started to learn was about your mindset. And it wasn't just about, like, godly people. The millionaires, they, like, I quickly started to learn when I was in affiliate marketing, and um the from the low ticket course that I ended up taking, I I did what was called prospecting. And so I would go through the platforms and I would look for, like, people that I thought were like my customers. Okay. And then one of those days when I was doing that, I came across this gentleman's profile, um, who had this other gentleman. His name is Myron Golden on there. Never heard of him, never seen him, didn't know nothing about him. And when I came across his profile and I had clicked on the video, he's talking about some stuff. But the only thing that I remember that stood out to me that said was, if you find something, that is good, it is almost your responsibility to tell other people. Because if you don't, it's like it weighs on your conscience. And the way I started to think about it after that was like, let's say you're in the middle of a, I don't know, flea market, a concert or something, right? And it is like blazing hot outside. So hot. I mean, we have had days where people are dehydrated, right? And I know that there's a fountain of water, ways down, but I see people that are dehydrated and they're passing out. And I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. That's not my problem. That's you, boo. And you keep walking. What? You know, it doesn't cost any sweat off of my shoulder to tell somebody, hey, you know what? There's a water fountain over there. I see you're like really dehydrated. You're passing out. Like there's a water fountain over there, you know? And so that's what I started to like attain it to. And I was like, okay, well, kind of just to cut my journey, not make it so long, but I quickly started to see that here I was trying to make this business, and I was trying to do it on my own, in my own strength, in my own will, my own power. And I was just so like spinning my wheels, spinning my wheels, spinning my wheels. But what I started to see though in this is that gentleman that I was telling you guys about, Myron Golden. He was talking about study, study what the millionaires do. Hang on. He said, study what millionaires do. And so then, like, that's where my mind started to take off, like looking at what they do, what they say, where do they shop, like all these things, because my pain was that I'm living off of debt. I'm like living off of my credit cards, living off of these loans. And so, when I was telling you guys that we had put my husband's truck to sell, and we had those nice couches that we had put to sell, and nothing was selling. And I was like, I have those couches that I put on there for sale for like $900, right? 900, $800. I can't even remember what I put them on there for. But I was like, well, even if those sell, I need another set. Where am I going to get another set from? And as nice as these were, I was like, if these were as nice as they were and nobody's buying them, I was like, if I go get some crusty ones, who's going to buy them? But then I started to think like, okay, I don't have another couch set, but I do have the affiliate marketing, because what the affiliate marketing that I got into was not the low ticket. I got into a high ticket affiliate marketing. What that basically means is the course, that I didn't take at first in the beginning, I ended up going back to take. Okay. And that's where I started to learn it. So it like fast tracked your results, right? So no longer was I spending my wheels here, 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 here. It's like I went back to do the high ticket. With the high ticket, you sell the course, or sorry, yeah, you promote the course, not sell the course. Either way. You guys understand what I mean, right? You promote the course and you make a 50% commission. So with the one that I got, it's 70%. So if the course cost me $1,000, your 70% is $700. That was my light bulb moment, guys. I was like, okay, I don't have another couch set that I'm going to sell for $800, but what I do have was my high ticket affiliate marketing. My problem was that I was not being consistent. I was not being diligent at what I had. But I had to have the light bulb moment that, like, okay, I'm praying to God. God, supply me. God, provide. And he's like, girl, I'm a creator. And if I'm a creator, I have given you the ability to create as well. Right? And this is where it took off for me. I was like, okay. Well, I remember listening to Myron Golden, and when I first started in the course, and he was talking about um he's just talking about how people have to spend so many hours a day to make a living. He says, but he had a book that he wrote, and he sells it for like $30. He said that book, the book is called Trash Can. I always say this backwards. Trash man to trash. I say this backwards. And okay, let's scratch that. He has another book that he also sells. That one's called Boss Moves. He says from the sales of just those books alone is $300,000 a year. Hello. I make like less than that. And if we don't work in our business, then we are not producing. Just like when you don't go to work, you got to get up at 8 o'clock in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning, and you're working till 6, 7 o'clock at night. If you don't go to work, you are not producing. And you're producing at a much lower level than the sales of a $30 book. I was like, what the heck? But my problem was, I don't, I didn't want to write a book. I was like, what am I going to write in the book? What am I going to say in the book? So like my little like tuerquitas are turning and turning and turning and like, I'm like, hello, Martha, you don't need to go write a book. This is just an example of what of how do I say this? Of releasing your person from your revenue, releasing yourself from your revenue. Like if you had a product that you could sell over and over and over and over and over and over again, like you were going to make more money than if you he said it this way, and he said it is much more easier to make $1,000,000 than it is to make $40,000. I was like, how's that? Well, because to make $40,000 you're limited to hours. $1,000,000, there's no limit on that. You're multiplying, you're multiplying, you're multiplying, you're multiplying. I was like, oh, now I get it. Because to try and make if you think of it the way we're thinking of it, going to work at 8 o'clock in the morning, this is just an example, going to work at 8 o'clock in the morning to 8 o'clock at night and think that we're going to make $1,000,000. We're not going to make it that year or the following year because we're tied. Our income is tied to our time. And even when I said, okay, well, I don't have to work for somebody else from 8 to 5 or 9 to 5. I work for myself. But then that was also an eye opener for me, because then I started to quickly learn that I'm a slave to our business, because our business is a service. And my husband is the one that provides that service. And so I was like, oh, yeah, snap. That quickly turned on the light bulb for me. I was like, oh, okay. I started to say, okay, then I'm not working for somebody else, but I am a slave to my business, because if we're not working on my business, then our business is not producing income for us. So that's why I said, like, thank God for my journey in affiliate marketing. I thank God for the low that I had to dip to get this, like, this awakening. And so in affiliate marketing, I have seen, I'm like looking at people that are like earning, already millions of dollars. It's kind of like, you ever notice that when you have let's say you buy this car, never seen any other car like that before in your whole life. So you go to the car lot, you're driving the car, and then all of a sudden you're seeing those kinds of cars all over the place, all around you. Right? That's what started happening to me. I was like, then I started to notice, like, oh, they weren't affiliate marketing, because then, like, in the beginning, when you're first new to all this stuff, you're like looking for all the bad things. Like, this is not real. Nah, this is just nah. You're so dumb. You fell into a trip. You fell into a trap. You just gave him your money. Like all these things, right? No, I started to quickly see, like, I came like TikTok, even with the small ticket affiliate marketing things that they're doing, like, pomadas and watches and everything. I was like, guys, there is so much money in this. I then like I tell you, God is in this story, man. I started to like really like evaluate around my surroundings. I was like, stores, stores you never thought were going to go bankrupt have shut down. And you're like, oh, dang. Why? Because internet, like, this is something Myron Golden talks about. He's like, probably about 50 years ago, it was very hard to become rich. Not today. Not today. Online, I mean, there is so much information out there, guys. It is so much more easier to make money and multiply it now than it was, in the agriculture era, where you had to have maquinas, you had to have, animals, and like, do you understand what I'm saying? So he was like, today, guys, there's no excuse not to make, money, multiply your money. And he was like, you know what? And the God that you serve is not a God of addition. He's a God of multiplication. And I was like, oh, yes. That makes me want to cry, because I'm like, it was sitting under my nose this whole time. And the reason why, like, I didn't get, or I haven't seen the results that I've wanted to see, because guess what, guys? Who was my biggest enemy? Who is your biggest enemy? Why don't you step out in faith? Is the biggest reason is the limitations that we put in our own minds. That's why, like, Like even tonight, guys, I'm not even kidding you. I'm not even kidding you. I started journaling some time ago. And the other day, I started writing down. I had been like coming into some things where it's like, don't pray and ask God for money because God is not going to send you money. Right? Hold on, guys. He was like, don't pray and ask God for money. He's not going to send you he's not going to send you money. Okay? And I started to think about this in the sense like I remember in our painting business, we have been in business since 2005. Well, and if you remember earlier, I had said we have never done any kind of marketing since we've had our painting company. We would just get a phone call. There was a referral. It was always word of mouth. And so that's what I thought was being repeated here in this business. And I'm not saying that God can't do that. He can. And he will if he wants to. But there's a scripture in the Bible that talks about when I was a child, I thought like a child. And and now that I'm an adult, I need to think like an adult. And so the scriptures also talk about, drinking milk and eating meat. And this was like, I say, God was preparing me for a moment like this. Here's where I started to learn that God is not worried about me making $1 million. What he's worried about is my heart, the condition of my heart. He's like, I'm not going to give this to you yet. I'm going to multiply you, but not yet. First, I need to work on you. I need to work on your heart. I need to work and prepare you for that. Not yet. Well, when I started to see that, I was like, okay, I get it. Now I'm just stepping back and I'm like, now I attain this to the field. When you go out to your field, right? You're not going to get your seed and just plant it in the ground. You want to get that seed, that floor. You want to get the dirt ready to receive the seed, right? And when you plant the seed, you're not going to see growth right away. But under the soil, when that seed takes root, it starts to grow under the soil. And you can't see it yet. But it doesn't mean it's not growing. It's just not visible yet. That was me. I was like, oh, I get it. I get it now. So he was telling me, okay, daughter, first of all, there was another, like, not a meme, just something that I heard that stood in the back of my mind that said, overflow is not going to show up until you believe you deserve it. That was something that I had to work on. For me to even pray and ask for, it's kind of like your kids. Like I have some of my kids who are like, I have one in particular when she's like, Mom, just just give me $20. Just it doesn't matter if she needs to get shampoo, conditioner, face wash, whatever she needs to get. She needs to get, but she's seen and she's like, just give me the bare minimum, Mom. Just give me $5. It doesn't matter if I have to go buy the value brand or whatever. Just she will not tell me, maybe she needs um a quality brand. She will not ask me for the quality brand. She will ask me for the value brand because she feels that she does not deserve the quality brand. That's us. That was me. That's us. I would not pray and ask God for more because I was like, I didn't feel like I deserved it. So he was like, first of all, you need to learn who you are in me, in Jesus. Like, baby girl, I'm going to give you what you need. I'm going to give you what you're asking me. He said, but first you need to know, you have to know that. But I wasn't for sure. I wasn't sure that I could ask for that. Like, do you understand? Like all these things had to happen so I can see my worth, my value in him. And that's why I'm like, now I know without a shadow of a doubt, I know where I'm going. I know where my dreams are. I know my life is changing. But it had to start here, renewing my mind. And not just renewing my mind, but now, remember what I had just said about earlier, like speaking things into existence? You can't speak things into existence. You can you can change your speech, but you can't speak things into existence. You can stop saying I'm a loser and I'll never get there. I can't do that. I just don't learn like that. I'm I'm just incapable. I'm just a mom. I'll never amount to being a millionaire. I'll never change. My situation will never change. To saying things that I am loved. I am blessed. I am favored. I am a child of the Most High God. And my dreams are coming true. Things will change. Things are changing. They are. I see them. And if I cry, it's out of gratitude because I know where I'm going. But the ones that make things so hard for us is ourselves. Being stuck in our ways. And I kid you not, I would say in what I have learned, what I'm learning in this journey in the affiliate marketing, and now I'm like, boom, let's go. It's on like Donkey Kong, but let's go because I know now, right? I wrote, I was writing some notes because along the way, I write things that stand out to me. So I was writing earlier, money buys things. So we're not to worship money, but we need money, guys. Money makes the world go round, right? And this is where I started to learn. Like, God is the source of the hope. The affiliate marketing The making money online opportunity is just the tool, but God was the source of hope. And that's where I was, forgive me if I go back and forth, but that's what he was telling me. Like, they're showing me, you do what you need to do. I will do what I need to do. I cannot open up the windows of heaven and pour out the blessings, but he can. But what I can do is I could prepare my soil. I can do what I'm doing right now. And don't think, guys, for a minute that it was easy for me to get on, especially on this platform, because there's 65 people right now watching me, thank God. On the other platforms, I would do them by myself. And that's why I was like, legit. I was like, okay. And nobody's watching me anyway. Doesn't matter. I can talk to myself all day long. It doesn't matter. But for me to come on this one, I was like, like a nervous wreck. The first time I heard myself speak, I was like, oh my God, girl, that's what you sound like? Look at my face. Guys, look at my office. We limit ourselves. I hated to get online and get on and like not put a filter on. Like, look at my scars, you know? But that's what he was telling me. Like, you do what you're gonna do. I will do what I'm gonna do. But for me to put the hand to the plow was the hardest part. And over the past year, I'm telling you, he was like, he was already preparing me. And I didn't even see it. But my children play soccer. And I am not a soccer fan at all. I don't know nothing about soccer. I go and sometimes the parents would be like, what was that? What was that foul for? What was this? What was that? And I'm like, I don't know. I'm just here. I see my kid hit a goal or, defense, like defending. I'm like, yeah, you go, yeah, woo. But before I used to be like really quiet. I would sit quiet. And if you can see, um, some time ago, I used to be almost 300 pounds. Thank God, by God's glory, I'm like down past 200. You can see, like when I wave at you. Those are my battle wounds. So don't judge me. Anyway, when I started working out and working out was one of my hardest things for me to get going. But when I got there, I was like, oh man, I felt like invincible. I felt like nothing could stop me. So when I was saying is that when I started to go to the soccer fields, and I started to see like how I would encourage myself when I was working out, I started to encourage the kids on the field. Well, when I started to encourage them on the field, at first I didn't get it right away. But then when I started to encourage them on the field, and like some of the littlest guys, the smallest kids, and I'd be like, go, you got it. You got the speed. You got the speed. You got this. Keep going, keep going. And just seeing those kids and respond to to my voice and see them push through their limitations, I was like, you're showing me that's you. You have the gift of encouragement. That's you. And I was like, that's why I went through all this. And I was floored, guys. So now, like a couple months ago, there was this I was trying to find who was my target audience. I was like, my target audience, I don't know. But a few weeks ago, or a couple months ago, two young girls came on and they were telling me, oh, I've been seeing these videos that you've been doing about making money online, and like, what is that about? And so I was talking to this one girl. She was telling me, oh, she's like, we were talking about soccer and stuff, and she was telling me that she hopes that she will be able to provide, um, you know, like a soccer environment for her son, because she works so much, but the money that she earns is not enough for her, not enough for her to provide that for her son. And I was like, oh, I get it. Now I see who my target audience was, who they are. I was like, and not it's not even like a target audience in my mind. Now I'm like, dang, how many people, and where we live in one of the most expensive states, and probably I don't know what other states look like, but just in our state alone, my daughter is looking for a house to buy. You know what the house prices are now? $3,500 to $4,000. I was like, what? I don't pay that for my house, but I was like, that's crazy. And so that was just like a spark that had to be inside of me. Like, when you first started this business, you were not hurting. You were not pushing. You were not doing what you needed to do to see the results of this business. You asked, I'm answering. You started this on your own, and now you're acknowledging me. Now you're acknowledging me. I will make straight the path. Guys, the progress that I have made in a few short months versus over the 2 years has been immense. And that was another thing I was telling like the other day. I kid you not. He's like been telling me like, you need to get organized, girl. I don't know if you can see this. You probably can't, but no, you can't see it. He says you need to get organized. And so I started writing that down. But then I start writing down, and then I'd go off on something else, and I would totally forget. But like, he came in, and every time I get that notification bill, Martha, the taxes are due. Martha, um, the loans are calling you. Martha, like a constant reminder, like, okay, you're praying for something. You need to stay on the ball. Why are you doing what you're doing? Because I was like, that's the first thing I wrote down here. I was like, my plan is to pay off my loans and my credit cards and free up some money and focus on this first. I I wrote it down. He's like, okay, we get organized. He told me, no, know the what is it? Know the forget it. I can't even think of what it was. Oh, know the state of your flocks. Oh, because that's another important thing that he showed me. Like our painting company was making pretty good money. But there's a family of us. I have a family of 10 because my two older kids don't live with me. So that makes us 8. Okay, anyway, and then I have 2 other kids that we're kind of housing. But anyway, um, so he was like, you need to get organized. Know the state of your flocks. So anyway, that's what it was, guys. He started showing me all this stuff, and he's telling me like, you need to be responsible for yourself. That's why I'm like, now I'm like, okay, I know why it had taken me so long, because I was not responsible for myself. You like, he's telling me you need to get your finances organized. You know, you're making pretty good money already, but you guys spend a lot of money. So does it matter that if I start to make more money? If I make more money, what's going to happen? I wish I could like chat with you guys. I can't, but anyway, what happens? You make more money, what happens? You spend more money, right? So he's showing me stewardship. You need to get, you know, you need to steward what I'm giving you, because I can't get you there and you're just going to be back into the same spot. So now I'm like, okay, I get it. I get it. And it's very true. And the way I started to see and understand it is that, like, if I gave you guys access to my business and I say, hey, I'm going to allow you to manage my business as I leave for vacation for a month. Manage my business, pay my bills, pay my employees, make sure when I come back, I still have a business. I was like, oh, I get it now. I'm understanding. I'm understanding all these things now. So, like I said I was only going to talk like 15 minutes, been an hour. Corey, hi. Thanks for joining. Akil, thanks for joining, guys. Lexi Brown, Mrs. D. Montablo, thank you for joining, guys. Um, yeah. So I just wanted to come on and talk about my journey. And I can forever go on and on and on about this journey because I've learned a lot. And I like jump from one thing to another thing, and I've tried to get like organized about stuff. But then like when I do that, then I get disorganized. It's like, I don't know. It's crazy, guys. Um, no, that's basically it. You know, that I was learning that God is the source of my hope. This online business through affiliate marketing is just a tool, just like money is. And again, uh, when I get there, I'm not saying if I get there, because I know when I get there, um, he's not doing it just so I can fill myself with luxuries and everything and forget about people. That was another thing that he put me to think about too, is putting his kingdom first. You ready to go to bed, baby? Everybody, good night. Stay here. Okay, let me finish up and then we'll go to bed, okay? Um, what was I saying? What was I saying, baby? I forgot. Anyway, guys, this is the last of my 8 children. She's my baby cakes. Oh, that was, and I'll leave you guys with this, but that was the last thing he had, one of the things he had showed me was, it's not to just, fill my pockets and take care of me, and the kingdom of God is being lost. God's heart is about other people, is about people, and that's why, like, they say, like, the people don't care about what if you don't have love. If you don't have love, people don't care what you have to say. They don't care about what you say about God and heaven and Jesus, and if they don't see that you have love in your heart. That was something I had to learn. In my experience in religion, when I was there, I was like, oh, look at them. Oh, look at her. Oh, look at them. Now I'm like, man, we all got problems. We all got issues that there's none of us that are perfect. None of us that could stand before God and be like, hey, look at me. I'm so righteous. Now, like, it's different, and so, like, he started to show me, like, the first of the money that he asked me to give. I gave it to, it wasn't even like a Christian organization. It was just some gentleman. He was in like the UK or something, and he had went to, I think it was Ghana. And the story was that these children, they were being left without parents. And if they didn't have parents, if they were with their parents, they would take the children and they would put them to work in a lake, like fishing. And in the lakes, they were talking about how they would lose limbs. Some of the children have lost their eyes. They, were expiring.
Mom, like, Juju dog, the white dog that Juju's house, any eyes?
Oh, right. Right. But no, not one. Not that one.
No, but the little kids.
We're about children, not the dogs.
Like the little kids.
Right. Mm-hmm. Okay. Anyway, so yes, they were talking about how one of the gentlemen, he ended up helping this one young child who ended up getting away from them, and he ended up going back, starting another organization, and he himself would go put himself at risk to go rescue these children. So I remember that story stood out to me, and when I put the money towards that organization, and what stood out to me was that they said the words that the rescued become rescuers. And that is why, God is preparing me for this, and it's not just me, but like for so many of you guys out there, moms and, dads, like having to work as as hard as you have to work, not being able to spend time with your children, man. And not having enough money. It's like never enough. You guys are gone all these hours and still there's not enough, And then what happens to our kids? Who's raising our children, man? So anyway, guys, I'll leave you with that because my baby girl, I gotta go put her to bed. I look forward to doing another live. Like I was saying, I came on to kind of play around with the TikTok Live Center here and learn how it works and the subscriptions. Affiliate marketing has been just good to me, guys. I've learned so much, not just about like marketing and making money that way, but so many more doors have been opening and I've been learning about more ways about making money. So in the realm of making money online, it's just like, if you've ever heard the saying of having multiple sources of income, I have quickly learned that my one source of income is not enough, guys. And we are in the day and age where we can do this. We can do this. If you are interested in learning about how I started, the gentleman, there's another course that I ended up getting into as well. This one has a free course, and disclaimer, you are not going to learn everything that I learned in this free course. This is just introductory for you to see if this is something for you. It's a free course, introductory, just so you can see. Again, you are not going to learn everything that I am telling you off of that free course. Disclaimer. And when you finally, if you do decide to get the course, this is my offer to you guys. If you do decide to get, after going into the free course, and you decide that you want to go forward and get their course, their high ticket course, you want help, make sure you keep my contact information. I will help you with that. I will walk you through it. If you buy from through me, when you go through my information through the link in my bio, you will obviously be connected to me, but make sure you save my information. And if you're going through the course, you have any questions and you get stuck on creating content, anything, you need encouragement because you feel like you're just not going to, continue on, that's what I'm going to be here for. So keep my contact information. I was going to say something else, but I forgot. Nope, I forgot. Anyway, the link is in my bio if you want to go to get the free course from them. Oh, I was saying, and even if you go through the free course, the disclaimer is you are not going to be making $1 million right away. You're not going to be making even $1,000 right away, because results vary based on the effort that you give and your experience. So don't think that because you bought the high ticket course that you're going to start making money right away. No, there's skills to be learned, and but there is money to be made here. So I hope I've encouraged you guys. I hope I have thanks for joining me, guys. I appreciate your time because something I've learned so far now, that time is way more valuable than money. So Los dejo con eso. I'll leave you guys with that. I'm getting ready to go put my baby girl to bed. I appreciate you all. I hope you all have a good time, a good night. And we'll see you around. Good night. I can know how to log off. Where do I log off? I don't know. Sorry, guys. I'm still here trying to find where to log off. They should have a big old pause stop sign here.
Let's leave it. Let's turn it off, Bob.
Where, baby?
From here.
No, then I'll turn off my computer. I don't want to erase this because I need this to download it and then I make clips out of it. See? I did learn. Hello. Lock panel. Maybe it's hiding back here. Okay. I don't want to lose this. Don't even tell me I didn't get recorded. It didn't get recorded. Okay. All right, guys. I guess I lost it, but all right. We'll see you around. Good night.
Mom, you did not see